Well, earlier this month, the Supreme Court heard arguments over a ban on guns for people under a domestic violence restraining order. While hearing those arguments, Justice Amy Coney Barrett made a reference to the, quote, range issue. Reporter Adam Liptak with the New York Times looked into the background of that reference and how it could really play a part in future gun cases. He is joining us this afternoon to talk about what he learned. So thank you so much, Adam, for being here with us.
Oh, it's my pleasure. So the Supreme Court last year said the way to tell if gun control laws are constitutional is to compare them to the laws in the founding era. If there's an analog from history, then the law is okay. If not, not. And the court heard a case of a Texas man named Zaki Rahimi, subject to a domestic violence restraining order, as you say. And there's a federal law that says it's a crime for such people to have a gun. The court was not crazy about the case. Rahimi is not an attractive character. He's threatened women with guns. He's gone on a kind of shooting spree. And this didn't seem like the case in which they wanted to make a major statement. So they were focusing on what Justice Barrett called the range issue, a reference to a guy named Brian Range, who didn't do anything nearly as bad as Rahimi. All he did was in the mid-1990s, in order to try to feed his family, plead guilty to lying to get food stamps. And there's another federal law that says if you've committed a felony, and this was the equivalent of a felony, then you can't have a gun. And I think the court will be eager to find a case in which the plaintiff is more attractive, like Brian Range, and make some law in the Second Amendment area and strike down a gun control law because you have a plaintiff who's many people will be sympathetic to.
Okay, and we've covered this case extensively. Where does it stand, though, now?
So the Rahimi case has been argued, and between now and June, the court will issue its decision on the domestic violence case. The range question is before the court. The government, which lost below, has asked the court to take the case. They're likely to do so, but maybe not until after they decide the Rahimi case, the domestic violence case.
And then lastly, Adam, why is there a push to hear Range's case?
I think it's because the justices, the more conservative justices, are eager to start to explain what it means to look to history to explain the Second Amendment, but they want to do it in a context where most people will be sympathetic to the person at issue, and most people are going to be sympathetic to Brian Range, who 3 decades ago, to try to feed his family, committed a minor crime, and not to Zaki Rahimi, who was the perpetrator of all kinds of gun violence.
Okay, Adam Liptak from the New York Times, thank you so much for taking time out and being with us this afternoon.